So you're probably wondering why my reaction to the other games that came after that announcement of the Mario movie and the Mario games are omitted because my computer decided to be a derp about the whole thing. So I'm gonna be honest with you. Most of all the reaction of everything that I knew of the other games, uh, yeah, gone, completely gone. So I'm gonna focus on certain games that I already know that I've had bigger reactions for, if anything, when it comes to certain games that are coming out. And there are two in particular that I do want to talk about, which is why I'm gonna just fast forward to most of those games of it. So we're gonna just go in with the fact of review for most of those games. So first of all, we got to talk about the announcement for the Nintendo Online, Switch Online of the Virtual Boy. I'm gonna talk about that because I need to let people know about this. First of all, I didn't even know this was going to come out. I didn't even know that they. I never thought that they would actually ever make an announcement about this game, about this console. The thing is uh, obviously you're gonna have to need the Switch 2 to dock it into the actual one replica. The fact that they're even making a replica for it is surprising itself. And then of course the fact that it's available for Switch Online members only obviously is a sense of it. And then from what I know, they also will be having a paper version that'll also be available for people when it comes to the uh, the Switch 2 as well. Here's the thing, and this is what I need to talk directly to Nintendo. Nintendo, I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. You ain't slick. You're not slick with me. Okay, we need a little have a powwow in the sense of it. Don't tell me that you are not going to have us charge at least more than $30 for that virtual boy console accessory. Don't. Just because the game console is not that, it's just the accessory to be able to experience it, don't mean a damn thing. I know what you're doing. Y'all do this with every time with most of those accessories for the virtual game, for the games of the Nintendo Switch Online library. You do this all the damn time. You did it with the NES controllers, Joy-Con controllers. You did it with the Super Nintendo NES Joy-Con controllers. You did it with the GameCube Joy-Con controllers. You're not slick. Every time you do that, you have them available, and then not only do you have them only available limitedly, you charge them up the freaking wazoo, like ridiculous. Like I would have to pay almost up to more than $100 to try to get a pay of those. And then if I buy them off of somebody else, if they even sold them, or at the same time you only have them exclusively available, you only have a limited amount. I know what you're doing, Nintendo, and it's not slick. It's not slick. So we're going to talk about that in the sense of it, but I needed to bring this up in the video because while I'm excited to play these games, if I don't need either of these accessories and just my Switch 2 is available to play them, I'll be gladly great play for them. I definitely do. I remember playing Wario World, and that was the signification that, and this is my fever dream. At one point, I didn't even know Virtual Boy was a Nintendo console. Not until I experienced playing it in the demo store setup that they have usually in the supermarkets that they sold these at. That was my knowledge of even knowing that Virtual Boy was a Nintendo console. And the only game that I played was a demo of Wario Land, and that was the only game that I experienced. So I would love to experience to play all these games for the Virtual Boy. I would love to play them all if I don't need the accessories. But if the accessories are necessary to play the game, this better be cheap. The cardboard bottle better not be more than 20, more than 20. Better be less than 20 if anything, because there's no way you should be charging people this to experience playing it for your Switch 2 and they can't break the bank. Okay? There's no way. You have to remember, Nintendo needs to remember the fact that we are dealing with a poverty situation right now, that people are barely able to play their Switches and Switch 2s, and with how much they're able to play in their games and such. That we're able to even do that. So why would you even make that available and available only of charging more than $30 to $40 for that console? Listen, if that plastic display replica accessory is more than $40, absolutely not. With how big that thing is, and usually you have it in certain places, I can barely have place in my own room, in my own house, to even set that thing when I'm not playing it. There's no way. Absolutely no way. So that's not what we're gonna do. What we're not gonna do is just get that. But if it's less than that, I may consider it. Because you know how much the console itself, the real ones of those cost? You know how much those cost? Like those cost more than almost over $1,000. Like literally. I can like I bring it up like now. Like look at how much the cost of it. Like some people are selling from up to $400 to some of them that are selling almost over $1,000. No way. Absolutely no way. There's no way that's happening. Absolutely not. I'm not going to pay the same almost amount off to somebody else who's selling it for that much of the accessory or directly from you, Nintendo. Absolutely not. It's not worth the money. It's not worth the nostalgia. It's not. With how limited the game selections are, no, absolutely not. And let me make something also clear on the sense of it too. Let's not forget the fact that these are the only games that were ever developed for the game for the Nintendo the Virtual Boy. This is literally the entire Virtual Boy game collection. 14 games before it was no longer in manufacturing. These are the only 14 games that you can play. So why would you charge that much for it? The nostalgia purpose? If it's for the nostalgia purpose, you lost that, Nintendo. You lost that if it's for nostalgia purposes. But again, like I said, if this is not crazy amount to pay for it, I'll look into it. If you don't need the accessories and you can still play it on your Switch too, on your Switch, I'll gladly play it. I'll gladly, because I like Wario World. But don't tell me that I need to have either this device and in order to play it, and you charge me more than $40 for this thing, more than $30 to $40 for this thing, okay? And then don't try to do the same thing with the paper one. Don't. That's just disrespectful, okay? So we're not going to do that, Nintendo. I'm sorry, we're not going to do that. It's ridiculous to even assume that we're going to pay that much, okay? We're not going to do that. I'm just telling you this right now. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But I am excited about the opportunity to play those games.